YouTube, happy Monday. It's Chris Cornaros here with the Cryptocurrent team, bringing you another video in the Crypto Basics with Chris K series. Right now, we are covering the CNN article answering 11 of the most basic questions about cryptocurrency. The last two covered the most basic question, so what is cryptocurrency? And then what are the most practical uses, or what are the practical uses of cryptocurrency? Today, the question we're covering is, where does crypto get its value? I know a question a lot of you probably have, and honestly, most people have about a lot of things, right? Is where does the value come from? Why should I spend money on this? And how do I know that spending money on it now will be less than if I spent money on it in the future, right? Like, how will you get that return on your investment? And today we have some fantastic industry leaders who are going to be answering that. And first up, we got quite a heavy hitter, if you ask me. But before we dive in, I do want to remind you, if you like today's video, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us what you thought. And, if there's anything else you may want to see, you can let us know down in the comment section below. It really does help us out. It tells us what kind of content y'all want to see. But let's get rolling here. Up first, we have Vitalik Buterin. For those of you who don't know, he is one of the co-founders of Ethereum, as well as one of the few crypto billionaires who made his entire fortune in crypto. And simply put, he says that ultimately the value of crypto rests entirely on the community. It's up to the community to decide.
Cryptocurrencies have value ultimately because people are willing to assign them value, right? Like there's an agreement within a community that this is something that is money, or that this is a blockchain that people want to use, and you need that cryptocurrency to use that blockchain. I think ultimately it just rests entirely on the community.
Up next, we have Hill Harper. He's the crypto evangelist. He's a founder of the Black Wall Street, and he has been featured in our last two videos covering the CNN article because he's just been giving fantastic answers that make sense, and I think are, definitely they stand out. The answers do, but his answer is actually an interesting one. He speaks to where crypto gets its value, but also gives a pretty apt comparison when he says that there's actually nothing backing the U.S. dollar. And he does a great job of explaining that, explaining fiat or paper currency in general. I'm going to let you hear the rest from him right now.
Exactly what gives crypto its value is exactly what gives fiat currency or paper currency its value. If you think about the U.S. dollar, in essence, you think about the words on it, in God we trust, and then putting on these old white guys, pictures on there, and then putting a pyramid on there, and putting all these symbols to engender some type of trust, some type of systemic trust that this is legal tender, that there's something backing it. But ultimately, when we released our connection in 1971 from the gold standard, there's actually nothing backing the US dollar except people deciding its value, and some people argue that it's a massive military industrial complex that actually backs the dollar. Now, at the end of the day, money for centuries has been all about agreement on the fact that whatever is being assigned has value.
Well, I hope you found that interesting. And finally, I'm going to have, a bit of a more, I'd say, reserved answer to this question. We're going to be hearing next from John Reed Stark, who's the former chief of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, Office of the Internet Enforcement. And he flatly put just says it's just what someone else is willing to pay. And I think it's it's a conservative answer, but it's not a wrong one, right? It's pretty similar, I'd say, to the other two. And rather than have me spoil what he has to say, I'm just going to cut to him right now so you can hear everything he has to.
Is that a philosophical question? Because it's hard to say. I think you could say, well, it's what people are willing to pay for it. That's the value of it. And I don't know. When you look at something like Bitcoin, one day people are willing to pay $60,000 Bitcoin. The next day it's $30,000. So the volatility is so extreme, it's hard to really express. Or China decides they're going to ban cryptocurrency, or Elon Musk decides he's not in favor of Bitcoin anymore. Any of those things can somehow disrupt the value. But the value in these cryptocurrency, as far as I can tell, there may be value to them within a blockchain for use in verifying transactions. But as far as the value to the investor, it's just what someone else is willing to pay.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video as a whole. If you want to see all of the experts' answers to this question, where do cryptocurrencies get their value? A link to the article will be in the description below. Now, one final reminder, if you guys like today's video, make sure you like and subscribe. And if there's anything you want to see or anything you want to let me know, you can leave a comment down below as well, or you can tweet at me at itsmechis. Down below in the description, you will find my Twitter handle with hashtag crypto with Chris, and I will respond to you and maybe we'll feature it in an upcoming video. But that's all for me today. And again, I'm Chris Cornaros with the Cryptocurrent team, and I hope you're all staying cryptocurrent.